Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, a 2v2 from who? BillNye and MachineBERG. They are back, man! On Crimson Research Lab, the latter edition. Southside our heroes. It's gonna be, the enemy. It's gonna be Anakin, the Dark Jedi, Darth Vader himself, the Red Zerg, and his teammate is a Terran player. It's ADRIANTE. ADRIANTE from Kynes. Our heroes on the top side, though, it's our purple Protoss. It is MachineBERG and BillNye, the science guy. They are back from the NITFB clan. Not sure what on earth that means exactly. Maybe they'll watch this and tell us in the comments what the NIFTB clan means. It kind of reminds me of the National Aviation Safety Board, something like that. What is that? National Aviation's National Aviation Safe. Is that it? NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board. That's what I was thinking. So it's close, right? NTFB or NTSB, whatever. Relatively close. Who knows? Who knows anyway? What's the play? We are pinging. We're like, there's expansions over here, I guess. On Crimson Research Lab. Let's see. No Zell Naga watchtowers. I don't think there's any destructible debris or rocks on this map either, strangely enough. A little bit of a probe battle here with an SCV on the top of the base here belonging to Anakin. You know what's interesting to me is I don't know. I see Anakin and Darth Vader as entirely two different characters. I know the intent is that Anakin is Darth Vader, but I feel like Darth Vader acts significantly different than Anakin in almost every way. And I get he lost his limbs and he's in a giant suit now, and he doesn't look like Anakin used to look, obviously, but I just feel like the behavior is significantly different. I don't know. Like, I know we've had a lot of media over the last few years for Star Wars fans where it's like, yes, look at Anakin, look at all this foreshadowing from when, for him, gonna turn into the Darth Vader, the Darth himself. Anywho, fast Roach Warren from Anakin here. He's got two bases, Roach Warren, double gas. This kind of feels like a Roach Ravager timing attack with our guy ADRIANTE. Ooh, going double fac, floating his racks. It's going to be like Roaches, Ravagers, Cyclones, a siege tank. I like this. This is looking maybe dicey for Team North, our heroes here. It's a starport on the way from BillNye. You know what's pretty good against tanks and Roaches and Ravagers are Banshees. Adepts are on the way from MachineBERG. Hard wall on the top of the ramp here. Barracks floating, which does get scouted by BillNye. He says, yes, there is a barracks floating across the map, so probably going to be mechy stuff. Let's make sure we can handle that. What's the starport going to be used for? BillNye, the science guy. Bill. I should make my kids watch BillNye, the science guy episodes from like 1995 during summer vacation, just so they can learn something. That's not a bad idea. Reactoring up the starport. Got a Cyclone out. A couple barracks coming in. So he's going for bio. He's going to be Marines and Marauders and stuff, which do pretty well against smaller numbers of tanks and things like Cyclones. So we've got just tanks, man. He's just building tanks. We are moving. We got tanks. We got Marines. Marine dies from BillNye. Overlord from Anakin. Scouting out. Barracks scouting out too. We are just one base Terraning. We are two base Zergin. Glio Reconstitution coming in. Here we go. Sieging up with the two tanks at 4 minutes. Dude, this is aggressive. And then using the barracks to spot the high ground is kind of a genius idea. I mean, the Marine can kind of do it too, getting up on the ramp as well. Adepts and Zealots come down. Where is the Zerg participation here? Here we go. Roach is on the way. They can't get there very fast because they're slow, but they'll get the speed eventually. Siege tank. Adepts trying to take down the tank and friendly fire splash. The Adept gets a tank kill with her basic attack. Oh, man. But now more tanks show up, and now there are Roaches to cover them. High ground siege tank from BillNye is here too, though. Siege tank, fire. Yes, high ground, siege tank dies. This is looking bad for our heroes. Suddenly, 2 tanks on the low ground, no tanks on the high ground. Roach is getting some work in here. More roaches showing up. Glider reconstitution finishing in, soon. Imminently. Sieging up. Roaches on the zealots. Roaches are so good against zealots here. The friendly fire tank splash is hurting the roaches quite a bit here too, but all the zealots die. It's worth it. This is looking really bad. What do we got? Liberator on the way. Liberator, a great idea. Nice. More siege tanks, more marines. Zealots warping in. Giving them a speed upgrade would be nice. Shield battery zealots, though, also pretty good. Look at this. Zealots almost kind of functionally immortal here. And they do get wiped out by siege tank fire. More roaches cruising across the map. Man, making some of them Ravagers would be cool, too. I think that would be very fun. That is a 4-kill siege tank, a 10-kill siege tank here. Warp gates getting wiped out. Lings need to protect the tank. But where are you going? Protect the... Trying to get this tank. I think he tried to make a Ravager, but the egg got murdered too fast or something. This is chaos here in the first 6 minutes of the game. What an early start. There we go. Liberator. Wabam. Roach. Wabam. Siege tank. Wabam. Shield battery healing to an incredible extent here. And Liberator doing its job. And I think we might just be kind of running out of steam here from Team South. Ravagers can kill Liberators. Alert, alert, notification sent to Anakin. You can upgrade these to Ravagers. There we go. Upgrade them to Ravagers. Then you can kill the Liberators when they're in Liberation mode. Or Defender mode. You gotta micro your roaches a little bit, man. Like this guy, move him back. There you go. Move this guy back now. Okay, well, good enough, I guess. A couple Hellions coming in. I guess? I mean, sure, this shield battery, man, really worth its weight in gold here. Okay, so Hellions, Roaches, Ravagers. Team South is not interested in giving up on this attack. They are here for round 2. The Hellions do weaken up the Zealots a little bit. They've got charge now, though. They can retreat more quickly and attack more quickly. A couple of Vikings to snipe out the scouting barracks. That's done a lot of work for Team South here, too. ADRIANTE has a second base. He's not just sticking on one base forever, which is great. Roaches and Ravagers against charge lots should trade fairly well. There's a queen that walked all the... No, don't walk into the Liberator. No! No, you walked all the way across the map to die to a Liberator. Come on, Anakin. Oh, that's terrible. A lot of these guys are extremely injured. Yeah, so Ravagers are dying, Roaches are dying. Vikings can't do much about this. Corrosive Bile, you need 3 Corrosive Biles to kill a Liberator or a tank. Not enough Ravagers for that. New base coming in from Anakin. 1, 2, 3rd base here as well. Hydralisk Den is on the way. Infestation Pit on the way from Anakin. Getting a 3rd base at 8 minutes. They really went for the 2-base jugular play, but couldn't quite get it off. The enemies are on 2 bases here for BillNye and MachineBERG, and now Team South kind of in a tough position here, right? 3rd base is late. 63 supply for the Zerg, 80 supply for BillNye. Getting that big Marine Marauder siege tank composition here. A little bit of Viking support too, just in case you got to kill some, oh, I don't know, enemy Vikings maybe. As ADRIANTE has a couple of those of his own. 3rd CC on the way from ADRIANTE. Going to try to land it down here on Crimson Research Lab. Guess we do have a blockade. Remember when I was like, there aren't any destructible rocks on this map? No, there's a 1, 2, right? Mirrored. There's 1 blockade here and 1 blockade here. How do you kill that? I guess you just attack it. So it's just rocks, but it's a little bit fancier, I guess. All right, here we go. Marine siege tank charging in. Gonna have to give up on this 3rd hatch, undoubtedly. Yeah, looking good. The counterattack of Team North is looking strong. 160 supply here. Compared to 150 supply for Team South. So Team South has got some stuff going on. They're all here, though. Just want to see the death animation for this. kind of cool. The shield goes away and the barrier sinks into the ground. That's neat. All right, new stuff on new maps in StarCraft 2. Big fan of that stuff. Third hatch, yeah, if Anakin can't get a third base and he's going Roach Ravager, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, Charge Lot's in front. Marine Marauders pouring in the damage here. Siege Tanks sieging up. The Marauders getting a little bit of work, but against the Zealots don't do very well. Stutter stimming forward. Couple unsupported Hydras. The tanks are kind of scary. He falls back from the tanks here, right? The tanks that ADRIANTE has are nice. They have any upgrades? Upgrades are this button. No upgrades for the tanks yet. But still, unupgraded tanks are fairly scary nevertheless. Dude, Anakin just wants a third base, folks. That's all he's ever wanted. All that he wants is another third base. He's gonna die without one. God, Archon's just kind of standing in and fighting. They do bonus versus biological. You don't see this very much. DTs, yeah. That's right. MachineBERG brought the DTs to the party. He loves in some DTs in every matchup, no matter what it is. Look at these DTs getting free hits. Where are the scans? No. Dark Templar free 7 kills, 6 kills, 5 kills. No scanning from Team South at all. The effectiveness of this army has been... Oh, there's the scan, but it's too late now. DTs are out of it. They're now, are they into your base? He saw them. He saw them here. He knew they were here. Gosh. I mean, I guess Refinery, those can't run away. One SCV goes down. Oh, crap. Overseers with speed. That's our natural enemy. Is Overseers with speed. Oh, they blinked out, though. Of course, he's got DT blink. Why wouldn't he keep pushing? There's nothing up here but 2 lurkers. You can kill those. I believe in you. This counterattack is immense. The Zerg player never gets a third. These Overlords are ripe for popping as well. What is this landed Viking harassment here? Single Marine harassment here. Single Marine harassment here. We're just kinda everywhere, causing major problems for Team South in ways they are not happy about. Third base is done for MachineBERG. Third base is done for BillNye. If this is not a win for our heroes today, I don't know what to tell ya. They are patrons. Well, one of them is at least a patron of mine at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. For $10 a month. It's a tier 3 support level. Thanks for doing that, and I'll cast your game once a month. No questions asked. Charge Lots on top of the Hydras, trying to drop on top of the Marines. No, says BillNye. Shuts it down. Needs detection on that one lurker, and the rest of it is I think is going to die. Lurker on burrows. Oh, kill the lurker while it's unburrowed. Kill the lurker while it's unburrowed. Scanning it anyway and taking it out as it burrows is also not bad. Hydra is pretty good against Archons, both in Brood War and in StarCraft 2, and the attack does fizzle out here for BillNye and MachineBERG. But we got, what I got, doing maths real quick, like 200 total supply here for Team BillNye, closer to 220 from Anakin and ADRIANTE. Third base from ADRIANTE exists. Anakin is, to his credit, really trying to get a third base. Like, doing his best, man. Working hard for it. Working hard for the money. Oh, there's a proxy here from MachineBERG for extra reinforcement timing. That's nice, I suppose. All right, kids, what do we got? We're making medevacs. BillNye lands a 4th CC here at a gold base, mind you. That's pretty nice. And I kind of feel like we're looking at a situation where the next attack from BillNye and MachineBERG is just going to end it. I don't know what Anakin and ADRIANTE can do. How do you handle this? I mean, like a Hydra Lurker kind of a thing could be pretty good. Maybe get some cracklings out there to help deal with the Zealots in that situation. Banelings against all these Marines would be pretty nice too, but it seems like Anakin is just kind of sitting on Roach Hydra. By that I mean all Hydra with some Lurker here. Little bit of Lurker. We should place bets on this game. Do you think Anakin will get a third base today? And by that I mean it'll pop and there will be a drone, at least one drone mining at it. I think, depending on when MachineBERG decides to attack, that's what depends on this bet being fulfilled. So it's here, but again, it needs a drone mining. It needs to provide some value for Anakin beyond I exist. Ah, he did it. He got a third base. He's trying to get a 4th base now. He's emboldened, and he gets a cancel on the 4th. Oh, man. There we go. All right, so he gets a third base. Liberators causing all sorts of issues on for the Zealots, the Marines, everybody else. Something to kill those Liberators. Or just charge in and kill this stuff and don't worry about the Liberator devs. That's kind of what I do, because I play Ling Bane against this kind of stuff, and it's like, sure, Liberator, kill one Zergling every 5 seconds. That will surely save you. Did we? Okay, coming up the ramp, charge lot 10, Archons, Lurker dies immediately. On top of the Lurkers here, too. The DT's getting work. Feedback on the Overseers to try to kill them. Doesn't quite work. His obs gets picked out of the sky by the Hydras. Nice defense from Anakin. Liberator setting up on BillNye's tanks. He's not watching it. Oh, no. The tanks are dying. He's not even microing at all. What's he doing over here? Ah, no. Okay. All right. That's, nope. Terrible, terrible, terrible plays there. My goodness. This is not looking good. So yeah, thanks again to BillNye or MachineBERG for being a patron of mine. You too can support me at patreon.com/TalkingPaladin for as little as $1 a month. And then we've got several other tiers from there. Dropping the main base. Doesn't get a lot done. Doesn't even kill a refinery, unfortunately. ADRIANTE wants to catch that medevac. Everybody's chasing that one medevac, which means you could probably charge. Well, not everyone. Anakin's here as well. Lurker, Hydra, pretty good if there isn't any Psystorm, if there aren't any Immortals. Archon's not incredibly good against Lurkers or vice versa, but it's a weird engagement for sure. These Lurkers, dude. 11 kills on that Lurker. Again, some of them were from me was a Hydra, probably. Charging into the third base of Anakin. Stop me if you've heard that one, but ADRIANTE is just saying, screw it. You can lose that third base. Weeball charges right into this mess. It's a big TVT battle. Marines, Marauders, Siege Tanks, Liberators, Vikings on both sides. And BillNye, I think he's losing the battle. The tank count is way higher, but the third base of Anakin is dying. The second base of Anakin is being evacuated. The Zergler's at 50 supply. ADRIANTE's at 118. He's carrying right now. From the Terran perspective, Zealots on top of the enemy tanks as MachineBERG tries to assist here for BillNye. Zealots on top of tanks always works. He's repairing Liberators. Liberators are fighting against Vikings. Not what they want to do. Liberators setting up and trying to get a couple shots off. Does kill a tank before he gets killed by the Vikings. Doing much better against it than vice versa here. The attack does get cleaned up. Enemy Liberator from ADRIANTE has got 27 kills. Holy what in a what burger. 30 kills on this is not bad at all. He's going to keep getting killed. Just kidding. She does not get kills. Marines shut her down. Anakin's new third. I guess that's a fourth base, and this is the third base. Whatever. Still on 2 bases is Anakin. 50 supply, 34 drones. Not a happy day for the Zerg. When a Zerg can't get big, a Zerg cannot be as effective as they would like to be. So Anakin's fourth base looks like it might die here too. We have a missile turret now and extra scans to deal with these DTs. DTs are not just running roughshod. Feedback, feedback, feedback. High Templar dies for the feedbacks. Hatchery does not die as the Zealots get cleared out eventually. Oh man, Anakin 50 supply. It includes this army of 5 Hydras and 2 Lurkers that he's trying to roll with right now. Another base taken by MachineBERG. I mean, this is just, if we look at base count alone, BillNye and MachineBERG are going to be able to pull this thing off. It's insane, the economic difference here. 72 and 89 workers in exchange for 32 and 50 workers for Team South. We don't get the income tab here because we're not playing this with a Game Heart interface. Game Heart interface should be included in all ladder games, in my opinion. Just dump it in there. So when we watch these replays, we can look at Game Hearty type stuff. But we do have Shift B. We don't have Shift B. We don't have Shift B because that's also, I think, part of the Game Heart. Anyway, whatever. We just went back 20 seconds. We can handle that. We're still here in the game. Again, double expanding. BillNye up this way. Double expanding down this way. MachineBERG. Is there another gold base on this map? These aren't gold, right? Not gold, not gold, not just these ones. The two facing across from each other are the gold bases. 3-3s on the way from MachineBERG. 3-3s on the way from ADRIANTE. Big fan of those upgrades. Upgrades matter. Trying to charge lot your way into a Hydra Lurker setup is not exactly I guess it's kind of working. I guess maybe the better upgrades here, right? MachineBERG's at no upgrades, and the Zerg player's at 2-2. Never mind. Upgrades did not help against these Zealots. Wow. Pretty good stuff. Taking this base right side, ADRIANTE, but looking for it, BillNye. Keeping an eye on it. He is at 161 supply, charging in. He can probably win this battle. The tanks... That's the thing. The tanks and the TVT, man, they are what matter, aren't they? Move commands in. Kind of loses a lot. Doesn't really do much. Loses his tanks and has to get out of there. That's bad. Meanwhile, Zerg keeps dying. Yeah, how many times has this base died? About 4 today? I want to say at least 4 times. Yeah, MachineBERG needs upgrades. He's got Blink, and he's got DT Blink and Charge, and that's it. He's working on a shield upgrade and an armor upgrade, so at least he's trying here. But my goodness, not even having +1 attack at 20 minutes is weird. But he's in a winning position anyway, so I mean, upgrades matter, but they're not the end-all, be-all, all right? Better macro, better decision-making, better positioning matters here, too. We got another TVT up this way. ADRIANTE and MachineBERG are pretty evenly matched dudes here. Trying to flank around the back. You need to go now, BillNye. I bought you some time. I killed those tanks. Go, go, go. The DTs are... they get the other tank. The scan comes in a little bit too late. All of his tanks are dead, and now BillNye's like, all right, we'll charge in here. Why not? We got similar upgrades. We got similar compositions. Some of the Marauders are in the back bouncing around, not really getting much done, but he barely pulls off the win. Oh, fleeing. Medevac's dying, but pursuing Vikings getting killed by Marines here too. More tanks are here. A counterattack of a handful of Lurkers and a handful of Hydra. Stop me if you've heard this one, and stop me if you've seen the Zerg player die trying that before, because that's exactly what's happening here. ADRIANTE, base, under attack again. 82 supply to BillNye's 135. He is remaxing quickly. He's got a bunch of minerals. He's kind of floating right now. But he's making 5 Marines at a time. Could probably stand for a few more barracks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like 5, 6 barracks, 7, 8 barracks, 9, 10 barracks. Definitely more barracks would be good. And some reactor barracks, too, while you're at it. That's my recommendation for BillNye in this game, is spend your money more. If you're floating 2,000 minerals, 3,000 minerals, make a whole ton of Marines. If the enemy doesn't have Banelings, you're pretty much good to go. I don't know why BillNye brought all his SCVs down here. Guys, you should be up there. What? Where are you going? It's like, oh yeah, that's right. I should be mining up at this base. Huh. Weird situation here. So Anakin's third base is running, but he's at 37 supply. This is a bully the Zerg kind of a team situation. When I play 3v3s on this channel, right? Every Friday or Saturday night here streaming. Sometimes it's a bully the Zerg kind of game too, and I get picked on and picked on and picked on, and sometimes my teammates win for me anyway because they're awesome. Laughing Games and Somicron. What are these guys not mining for? They're pretending like they're working. There we go. Is he just like misclicking the minerals? Finally he gets it. He oversaturates the base, but whatever. At least those guys are working. Zealot, High Templar, Stalker army here. Splash damage, Psystorm. Been feedbacking as well. Not as much Storm as feedback today. Out of MachineBERG, which is an interesting idea, but look at all these bases. Look at it. Oh my gosh. So look, we red versus blue this thing. And yeah. Just see how much blue is on the map. See how much red is on the map. He's feedbacking the Overseers, but not killing them. I don't know that feedbacking the Overseers is really worth it. Doesn't matter. ADRIANTE taps out. There was another battle up here in which BillNye and ADRIANTE were fighting to the death again. And it looks like BillNye did get a convincing win against ADRIANTE, and that caused him to tap out, and that was the GG, along with the battle down here. So that's fun. They simultaneously won their battles on either side of the map and caused the other team to GG out. That's cool. That's really cool stuff. So GG, man. End of the day, way to go, BillNye and MachineBERG. Resources lost today. A combination of 27 and 35 for Team Blue, 27 and 33 for Team Red. Really pretty close. It is. ADRIANTE losing a little bit more there. Actually, what color is that? That is ADRIANTE losing a little bit more, or a little bit less than MachineBERG. Interesting. So yeah, resources lost a little bit less for Team Anakin and ADRIANTE, but there was so much more production and income from BillNye and MachineBERG, it didn't matter. So what a game. Just Zerg player never really got up to a 4th base at all at any point. You're not on 4 bases in 23 minutes, you're probably dead. Unless the enemies are hurting for bases themselves, and they were not. 15 tanks died for BillNye. A total of 23 died for ADRIANTE. A little bit of SCV death here from BillNye. That might have been just dealing with bad rallying previously. But yeah, good stuff. Great games. I'd like to see better upgrades here from our guy MachineBERG, because in 23 minutes he had 111, which at least have 2 by that point. And then I want BillNye to have more racks here. He did have 10 racks at the end of the game. Where were the other ones? Oh, he had some out here he was working with too, but hadn't reactored these guys either. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to make a bunch of barracks to build Marines especially, reactor those guys up. It's worth it. I know it takes extra time to get the reactor on there, but definitely reactor them up. I loved the 3-3 from BillNye. I love the Psystorm and the DT Blink from MachineBERG. So good teamwork, guys, as always. And that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and a Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.